See, you like to blame them onions when you cry, but you so sweet now them onions caramelized. You been asleep.
What's up, Cowboy Nation? What's up,
Yes,
Cream
sir.
Risers, Soul Shot Riders? Hey, how you doing on this Wednesday? Just letting you know that we in the house, and I'm GLook, and that's the conscientiousness consultant. Consciousness consultant.
Here we go. Hey.
And then, nigga, long as I go to public school, I try. I'll probably have to do
No,
one
you got
tab
it
of
too.
acid or something. I'll probably be saying it like a nonstop or some shit. But just saying, hey, what's up,
Yeah.
everybody? What's up, everybody? First of all, we just get some business out the way. Just say thank you guys for totally supporting us, encouraging us, with your feedback, your emails, your text, your DMs and advice and subject matter and all that good stuff. So we're just going to keep on getting down with it. Shout out to Rodeo Tough and to, let me see, Broke Saddle Supply. Also Cowgirl Crew, the Cowgirl Crew.
Yeah.
Look on the website and look in our mention section on YouTube in the community section, and we're gonna blow up those brands because those people have been supporting us since way back. So they go back to the That's a GLook Day, the That's a Good Look today, which is our website. That's a Good Look today. That's gonna be on the screen, huh, Jay? Also, subscribe about to pop up right now, right there where that finger is, right there. That's gonna be subscribe, and that's gonna be our. I got the bomb camera to zoom in on these fucked up ass fingers, and then also, our Cash App, which will pop up somewhere. So like and subscribe. It's Cream Rises, and again, we can't hit them too hard, too long, because we definitely dealing with some things going on and some time issues. But how you doing today, GLook? I'm GLook. Conscious. I'm GLook.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm good. Yeah, you sound that's like BK talking to himself when he was saying, "How you doing?" I'm doing good.
Yeah. I like to have conversations with some of the top motherfuckers I have conversations with. Is my damn self.
Goddamn self. Huh?
Yeah, because I know they're gonna understand and respond back with not just a bunch of empty words. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. Man, no, I'm good though. I'm good. I'm over here. Like I said, it's my if I call it a birthday, I like to call it a God day. My God day. 34 years old in this body.
That's right.
So I'm out here in San Diego right now, just chilling, enjoying what God has given. So it's a great day. I'm blessed and I'm enjoying it, man.
Yeah, I remember this day 34 years ago. Harbor General.
Yeah.
Me and all the homies too. Yeah, you was born right in the midst of my money making too. 89.
Yeah, stop the whole hustle.
I was doing the damn thing. I had to stop it. And then go tell that the only person that pushed back on your name was the black nurse. So what's his name?
Yeah.
His name is Giaman Rahim. That motherfucker, you gonna fuck him up like that, he ain't gonna be able to get a job. I told the doctors, if you don't get this motherfucker out of here with all that energy, get her ass out of here.
She kind of put a hex on it.
Yeah, just no understanding, I'm more patient with that now.
Right.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
So it's been quite a lifetime. You done fell in rivers, Came out the UCLA tunnel with 2 cracked pelvises and motherfuckers scratching my car. I'm from LA, but you playing against them. We done been in cult churches, shootouts, and state track meets and met great people and around Mormons. And damn, man, you had a life, bro. Vegas.
Oh yeah, it's been great. Yeah, it's been great. Definitely enjoying the ride. You know what I'm saying? And especially now when and true understanding is true surrender to your life. You know what I mean? When your main piece is just surrender to your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that kind of segue into what the topic was today. The topic was talking about is life predestined.
Okay,
Actually, a
wait.
great segue.
So now, when you say predestined, I want Jay to just bam. I want that shit to just pop on the screen like predestined and melt like water, like ice and shit. Some motherfuckers to know what we talking about instead of
Right.
just that little skinny ass thing we be having on YouTube. I want them to know whatever the subject is.
I want them to see
Yeah, and
what we
just so
saying.
for our fans,
Yeah.
we got a formula to this. We have things that people have fed to us, so we decide to speak on that for the higher, to approach it in the higher. So when we do this, we fuck around and y'all kind of see our formula and stuff, but just let y'all know we're not just talking to talk. We trying to enlighten, uplift, open some windows and portals, some spiritual portals, you guys. So just know our brand. You see it behind me.
Yeah.
You see, Conscious usually have it on. I got it on. That's our brand. So when we come down here and deal with this, we're gonna go right back
Tippy
up.
got a hat on too.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I got
it's
my
all
son
good.
shit on right now.
So tell me, speak on that, bro. Speak on that. What is it about predestined?
Yeah. So it's funny because I want to use what we were talking about reflecting on my life in this physical lifetime, and this surrender and understanding the river of your life, and how that gives you peace and who you are, what you're meant to be, and what has happened. So the question was, is life predestined? And just so everybody know what that word means, obviously most people know what destiny is, meaning is there something higher that already aligned the stars of your life? Is their fate? Is there predetermined? Is your life predetermined? Has all the events been set in order that you was going to experience, all the shit that was going to happen, how you was going to approach certain things, all that type of stuff.
Wow.
And that's typically a deep question for most people. And I feel like the reason why there's confusion in it is for a couple of reasons. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and just say life is predetermined.
Okay.
And there's an absolution of things because everything's interconnected. So because everything's interconnected, it's predetermined based upon your perception. So when I say that, what I mean is, if you're a person and you say you think you're Greg or you think you're G, and you live in a life, every decision or choice that you would make that you think you're making affects everything else.
Okay.
Right. So there's an interconnectedness to all this, right? Like there's a divine order to everything. Even things that seem out of order are in order.
Right.
Because everything's connected. If I don't come to San Diego today and I don't talk to you right here, then I don't meet this lady or this guy that's next to me.
Right.
That changes their life.
Right.
So I don't have divine choice and will over a higher will.
Right.
Now, that being said, when you go into higher consciousness, when we talk about different words that people be like, what's that mean? Like enlightenment and higher consciousness and higher beingness and stuff like that. It doesn't necessarily negate you from having a human experience in your flesh. That's why people be confused. They like, well, nigga, I still see you walking around and eating and having a shit. You got a girlfriend, driving a car, but it's the way you experience. Because when you experience higher, you realize you surrender to the higher will, which is beyond choice. So even your human choices are they're perfect because you're in alignment with the higher will.
Right.
That's one of the main aspects of God's peace for being in a higher state of consciousness. You realize life is perfectly set up.
So let's couch that, for the layman, for all my people that need to be ABCs. You go to bed early so you can wake up in the morning, have plenty of rest. You got a certain amount of money in the bank. You think you're controlling variables, and last night in LA was an earthquake.
Right.
Shaking motherfuckers up out to sleep at 2:30 in the morning. In fact, I called you, I called my daughter, I called all my loved ones. Did y'all feel that shit? That's predestined. When I was swimming in my daddy's nuts, that earthquake was gonna happen. So to know that is not something to be the end all to the experience. If 10 of my rare art pieces that I was going to sell tomorrow fell off the shelf from that earthquake and broke, that was a predestined thing.
Right.
So to have the peace to not are you saying it's okay to be human and feel some kind of way about it but not take you off, or to just know that it is all part of the flow? and to be able to just not even
Well,
be on that shit. Like I don't know.
Well, that's a good question. There's levels to it. So great question, G. Look, there's levels to it. So I said this in a post the other day, and I think this relates to the predestined thing because these type of things can seem complicated, but I feel my gift is to organize them in a way to where they're palatable for most people, depending on who I'm talking to. So what you said is correct, but it's not so necessarily black or white like that because some people may be on in a place where it don't affect them in a way where they feel any ill will towards what happened. But if you're not there, people got to understand there's a difference between feelings and emotions. So your first level of you arising in higher states of consciousness is the separation between your emotions and your feelings.
Okay.
There's a difference between feeling and emotions.
Okay.
So we got to understand this because we live in a world and language got sloppy. So we use words to try to express what we feel, but people don't really be using accurate things to according to what they actually are trying to say. So feelings and emotions are different. A feeling is something deep that is attuned to your consciousness and your awareness to let you. It's an aliveness to it. There's a beingness to that. It's to let you know you are, so you
Okay.
can feel.
Mm-hmm.
But a feeling is not duality. A feeling is just a feeling. It's not nothing dual about it.
Mm-hmm.
Emotions operate. Emotions come off of your feeling and how you what you identify with processes that feeling.
Right.
So an emotion that we feel in these places is one of the things that causes us our grief in this place.
Right.
So if you have a trophy that you love and you have an attachment to it, and
Mm-hmm.
then someone breaks it, that feeling causes an emotion because of what that is to you, what you believe that is, your belief systems and your identification.
Right.
That emotion can be anger, jealousy, some
Mm-hmm.
kind of like hate, whatever, and then that vibration causes angst in your system because that comes with a certain vibration,
Okay.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
we learn to identify with those things, which causes us our life to be grief because we're not surrendered to just being able to feel without identifying with an emotion,
Ah.
right?
Mm.
So you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can't skip that. You only know that when you go to the supreme stuff because you see the preordained, predetermined way things are set up. So
Mm.
then you no longer overcome by your emotions. You
Mm-hmm.
just can feel still. You're not numb. You
Right.
feel, but you're not identifying your life by your emotion.
Ah. Good shit.
You feel me?
Good shit. So that's something
You feel me?
yeah, I mean, I wish I had known this years ago. Years ago. Very emotional in my feelings. That my feelings
Right,
attached to an emotion, but it was also
right,
attached to an expectation.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? So if you're a
right,
black man, you fast, you're good in sports, you know how to dance, you well endowed, you can sleep with the women, you can slap box, you can build it. So you have all of these exterior boxes to check, and if something happens to alter how that looks or how you're comfortable in that, you get emotional about it.
right,
You know what
right,
I'm saying? And so you get emotional, and it alters you having faith that everything happened for a reason. My coach threw all my letters away. So I'm very
exactly,
emotional about it. Till I
right,
got to be a grown ass old man and understood that even all the guys around me that went to the league and stuff that have brain deprivation and like it's a lot of things. I would have been on
CTE,
cocaine. I'd have had about 15 babies. I'd have been all fucked up. So but in the moment, I'm very emotional about somebody having control over what I thought a box that needed to be checked that I was leading to,
right,
instead of just feeling some kind of way about it and knowing that God
right,
got me, which is what everybody else say. That's
right,
paraphrase. God got me. So now I look
right.
back, and it's the best thing that could have happened. Just imagining running down the
Mm-hmm.
field and 11 motherfuckers trying to tackle me and being sore and in ice baths and all that all the things that I couldn't learn and experience had I went on and played in the league, which I could have.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So then when you
right,
look back at those lessons, you stop letting things that happen in your life be affect your emotions that way, because especially like you said, if you're on the God train, if you're on a higher level, you know that the river's flowing like it's supposed to flow.
right.
Right.
Right. And that don't mean, I want to let everybody know because I know a lot of times when people at a certain space, things get real, shit get real black or white. It's like, oh, does that mean you numb? And it's not like that. You still feel, you actually have more compassion, you have more care, you have more grace, because you have space for more of that. You're just not overwhelmed with emotion, and when I say that, I mean identifying with that and allowing that to become who you think you are.
Right.
You can still feel something. You actually feel more, and you feel more clearly. You have actually more clarity, and you actually are more there, more available. But you just not, the emotions aren't. It's almost like the hurricane and the eye of the hurricane identifying with the wind part of the hurricane. It's like, no, the eye is the eyes in the center. It still know it's the hurricane. It can see what's going on, but it's not identifying with the wind outside of that, right?
Right.
So it's similar to that, right? And so what happens is your life becomes more peaceful and a lot better, because it allows you to surrender, because you realize that, okay, God is leading me. The source is leading me through what I think I'm making decisions. You still might experience like you making decisions, choices. You just know ultimately whatever you felt pulled to make was perfect. So what happens is it makes your relationships and everything more easy, because you're not pointing fingers. You're not trying to destroy people. You don't think people are trying to destroy you. Ultimately, you're not. You have way more compassion. You have way more grace and space. Your life is not as sharp and edgy, because you have that vibration in you. So you're still not. You still might.
I see that, but okay. So, like you said, when you're in tune with God, it's all good. And this is for you, Black Cowboy Nation. Just say thumbs up, hit the subscribe, chime in. Let us know how you feel about that. Predestiny, you know what I'm saying? For me, it's just a little thin line between that predestined, like, am I predestined? If somebody's fucking me over or trying to destroy my business or destroy me or infiltrate my family or steal money from me or sabotage me, is that a predestined act that they're doing? And is it all for the greater good of God's glory in how I move in this space? If I truly
I know what you're asking. I know what you're asking.
Okay.
You saying if that happened and my natural shit is to protect myself or do something back or put myself in a position where that don't happen, is that predestined too? And this is where we could break through that, because the mind would try to mind fuck you in your because yourself would try to mind fuck yourself. So what happens is this: how we free ourselves from that is we go, look, you measure everything by your level of peace with it. So if you knew somebody was gonna come go rob your house tonight, and you're like, damn, and you feel like, oh, that was predestined, somebody going to come around, but then something is overwhelmingly pulling you to protect your house,
right?
Then that's predestined too. So what we're doing is now we know the measure of truth. The reason why this is such a difficult concept for people is because most people don't know what truth is, because they haven't sourced anything. The source of things in you is the overwhelming pull to it, overwhelming happening to it within yourself. That's when you know it's true. It's not the mental mind fuck of you dancing around with yourself. It's the, like, when you got to go take a piss and you can't hold it type thing. Like, I'm going with this. Like, you know what I mean? It comes, and so then it provides peace, because God may have you operate in a certain way where you like, let me get my gun so this nigga don't rob my house or something, right? And that don't mean you ungodly. That don't mean you ungodly. But the state that you're gonna do that in is gonna be so aligned with the spirit that you're gonna feel peace no matter whatever outcome it come of it. That's why we watch those movies in like Tombstone. Why you think Doc Holliday was at peace when he killed Johnny Ringo? Johnny Ringo. Because he was operating within his truth. He knew that's how life needed to go. Right?
So the measurement,
it's not a right or wrong thing.
The measurement, and I'm getting to the end because the hospital called 3 times, so I'm getting to the point right now. So a good measurement would be measuring your peace. Measuring your peace in every movement that you have. Then you'll know you're in alignment. Okay. And so hey, peace. Cowboy Nation, fathers, and all this is really to educate, lift, but also break the cycle in our community of kids just killing each other, coming up confused, giving over to mental illness, all the things, spiritual deprivation. If we can talk to our kids, especially our young brothers, but everybody, our young women, at a young age, and get them on that path, Instead of Reverend Chitlin making you give him $20 and come to church every Wednesday, hearing the fat lady sing, you feel good, and then the shit's the same. If you don't change from the inside, from the spiritual out, then the cream won't rise. The cream will be suppressed by the shit, by the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The God know my heart, and the gay dude at the church, but he's singing out here, and all the soul singers singing about licking on you, but they started in the church, and so you're confused. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's cool. That's charade. You know, I like a good Jodeci song and a good Tank song and a good Jennifer Hudson song, and I like to hear their story, how they started in the church, but for some reason they don't finish in the church because it's unfulfillment. You know what I'm saying? You can't start on some bullshit, you know, started on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So then you were pulled by the world and you gave all the way over to it, but you like to make reference to it. Whereas we are trying to go for the real, where you don't make reference to, you are that. You are learning, we're growing together. So I just wanted the people to know the ultimate goal of Cream Rises within the Cowboy Nation and within the GLook Corral, and how we are doing this show is really to give back and pour into our brothers and sisters so that you can at least have a tidbit to share with your kid, you know what I'm saying, and to grow yourself before you're clutching that heart from eating all that goddamn chicken and all that shit that we do, all that fentanyl, everything that's going around in our community. Right when you clutch that heart, when it's time to check out, and you go, damn, I might have to come back to this motherfucker, right? We want to help you to have some sort of a building block and pegs to not come back. So I just wanted to be clear on that, G, as we move forward. I mean, the consciousness. So we can wrap it in the bow. G, anything you got to say, man, as we bail out of here? You know what I'm saying? Because it look like we're going to be in and out with this connection.
Like I said, I just want to say, when we came in, I know we started with Predestiny. Predestiny is less about the choices and thinking that something is controlling you, and more about surrender to how your life is flowing. You measure your truth by your peace in that. There's the fruits of the spirit: peace, patience, you know what I mean, kindness, goodness, and all these type of things. And even outside of actions, these are spirits. So your spirit will feel like that when you're in your truth. So just measure your flow by that. That's how you will know the destiny of what you are and what's happening in your peace in that. Like I said, reach out to us, the Conscious Consultant, on Instagram. You know, that's a good look. On Instagram. Like I said, Cream Rises playlist. We got multiple episodes. It's the 11th one. So tap in. You can jump around and see what you like. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Sometimes there's different parts of segments that may feed you. Just
I'm gonna hit them in shorts. Yeah, I'm gonna hit them with a lot of options. Yeah.
Cool. We love y'all. We want to show love. Everybody, energy is everything. Love is everything. The unseen is everything. But we have our material things too. So like, share, subscribe, comment. If y'all need something that y'all want, specifically donate if you feel blessed. We always bless back. Yeah, that's it, man.
All right. And I want to remind everybody. Give from your heart and give the support. What we're doing to do that, we really appreciate it. But you see consciousness down in San Diego with the full beard, looking good and just chilling in the sunlight. So that nigga don't really need shit, but God. Yeah, just so y'all know. See him with the muscles and shit. I might need something. Nigga, I gotta pay all this shit. But anyway, help us along. We'd like to have fun with that. It's no real nice way to ask motherfuckers to give you money, but shit, hit the like, the subscribe. $5 a death, just like you would at the bar or the liquor store. Come on, nigga.
On everything.
Yeah, on everything. Yeah. Love y'all, man. Hey, G, happy birthday. Really appreciate you. I'm not gonna get gushy on here, but who could ask for anybody but an enlightened being as a son, where the student teaches the teacher. This is great shit. So humility and blessings to everybody. Just know we in full humility and coming to y'all purely, And so this Wednesday, y'all enjoy this Wednesday, and we'll get back to you on what, Saturday, G? Yeah, Saturday.
No, we gonna get them on Sunday.
Sunday. I'm sorry, on Sunday.
Sunday at 8.
Sunday at 8.
Yeah, Sunday
Wednesdays
at 8.
at 4, Sundays at 8. So just remember, Cream Rises and much respect. And you have a good time down there, G. I don't know why I keep
All right,
calling you
boss. Love you.
G.
Love you. Appreciate you.
All right.
Well, I mean, that's
I be calling you by your government
actually, you know
name.
what? I'm going back to what
Yeah, but it's Black Magic. You
it's
know,
all
what we
good. 'Cause
want
my
to call
government
it
name,
nigga.
you named me just G.
Yeah, with consciousness.
I like G. I
Yeah, I
like
know.
that.
I know, but they call me G. That's like, damn. All right, then.
See, you like to blame them onions when you cry, but you so sweet, now them onions caramelized. You been asleep, I guarantee I open eyes. Warrants and warranties I can't pronounce. Yeah, I showed up in this world unannounced. Solid gold was the throne I renounced. Lost myself just to